90 AM is back.
Okay, summer is coming to an end. Kids are heading back to school, and maybe mom and dad, they're at home and they're thinking, you know what, we're going to get rid of a few things.
Okay, well, we're here to help you out.
Not the kids. Don't get rid of the kids.
No, right? But just make things a little easier on yourself at home. Desiree is live at a place called the Organized Ferry. Des.
I think when some people hear organization and being, cleanly and having a place for everything, it probably scares a couple people. But Malka with the Organized Ferry is here to ease some of that anxiety that we get when it comes to organizing. Your house is absolutely beautiful. How do you stay organized with 5 beautiful kids here? We can see behind you.
Well, we do make sure that everything in the home has a place. That really, really helps. And getting the whole family involved in cleaning up after themselves, so that way it's not all on me, because that is really overwhelming for mom.
We need to recruit some help, right?
That's
so
right.
Let's head into the kitchen, and we are first talking organizing our kitchen. And what is the #1 tip that you have for us to get this space under control?
So the first thing I like to do when I set up a kitchen is create zones. And I like to start with the stove as our central point. It's always in the center of the kitchen. And the things that we use with a stove are pots.
And so when you say zone, it means what? Have everything in this space that
in
you
arm's
need to
reach.
cook. In
Exactly.
Arm's reach. Okay.
Exactly. So we have pots here, and down here as well, some more mixing bowls and things like that.
Okay.
And then to the right, I have cutlery and some utensils over here. And
So when I'm here and I need my pot, I can grab that. We'll grab this one out. Here we go. Place that on the stove. I grab my utensil, and look at how easy that was.
So easy.
Great.
It's
and
all
then
right
in
here.
this drawer, because we want to season up our food.
That's
what do we
right.
put here?
We have our spices, and they're all right here.
Okay.
Just right in the top drawer, and it just makes seasoning our food that much easier.
And this might seem extreme. Look at you guys. I have these in my home too for all my spices. This might scare some folks, this aesthetic and the labels. It seems like it's a bit much. But why do we do this?
Well, it makes a real cohesive, nice look, and it is a little extra. You don't need to do that.
Right.
And that was actually a gift.
Yeah.
But
so let's come into this space here. Right next to the stove, we have what zone here?
we have our coffee zone here. So we have our kettle and our coffee, and right on top of that we have our mugs and our pour over that we use for our coffee.
Okay,
so
perfect.
again, it's all in arm's reach, really easy to just grab what you need.
Great. And then when we step over to the sink, we've got everything we need here. What are some good items to put underneath the sink?
So I like to keep our garbage bags and anything that we need for cleaning. And I love this on the door. It just hangs right there for all our extra bags, and even oven mitts. So anything you can hang, it just saves a little extra space, and it's all right there as well.
Great. And then the last spot, really quickly, you guys, we're going to take it over to the pantry. So when we come into the pantry, your #1 tip for organizing this.
Yes. Divide everything by category and have a bin and label it. Because this way, we're not the only ones that are able to find what we need. We can get our children, we can get our spouses involved, and they are able to help us with that.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so when I tell the kids or the husband to put away the cereal, you guys, it's pretty obvious. Right here, it says cereal. So this is where it'll go. All right, and coming up in the next couple minutes too, we're going to talk organizing a space for the kids as they head back to school. We're going to do a workspace for you coming up.
Yeah, and a good supply of Fruity Pebbles too.
That's what I think all the dads are going for. Yeah, the Fruity Pebbles, the sugar mix.
Thanks, Des.
Thank you. We're gonna all need a workspace for them.
Yes,
You know, to kind of,
right.
drop the backpacks, do the homework, do the schoolwork,
Sure.
yell at mom for snacks, and you're like, no, get up and get it yourself.
Okay, we don't need the whole life story situation, Celeste, but
Right.
it is a good point.
I'm
It's a
just trying to be realistic.
It's a perfect time of year to really get organized. Let's get to Des and learn some more. Des.
So you guys, we were just in the kitchen, which you see behind us, and now we're in the living room, and we're talking really quickly, Malka, what can we do to organize this space?
So you really need to work with a space that you have. And so over here, we have essential children's toys and just magnet tiles and little people. And we have more of the bigger kid stuff over here. We have card games and all their board games lined up.
Okay. And then I love the purpose of the bins and labeling. It might scare some folks, but it really helps us do what when it comes to organizing and then keeping things that way?
It helps the kids clean up and be able to really just clean up after themselves when they're done playing.
And it's really clear. They know where things go.
They know exactly where it
So when it
goes.
comes to creating a workspace, we might not have an extra room or a desk for the kids, but you're saying that doesn't matter. And this is something that really you kind of came up with that's very helpful.
Yes, so it's just a homework caddy. I put all the kids' homework essentials in here that they could find, and we just put it on the dining room table so they're close to mom and doing their homework, and I can help when they need.
And it's mobile. It can go with them anywhere.
Exactly.
And then we have the bin. What are we using this for?
This is a school memory bin. I like to put everything inside that I want to keep for them when they move out. So it's divided by grade, and as you see, the younger ages are pretty full, but it has everything that I think is important for them that they would want when they move out.
And we have to really do what when it comes to this? We have to decide what to keep and what to. We can't keep everything.
We can't keep everything. So
Right,
be
we have
intentional.
way too much. We know how that gets. It just gets out of hand. And then this is something that you say is very helpful when it comes to organizing and keeping the kids on a schedule.
Yes, so back to school is coming and we really want to keep the kids on a schedule. Mornings are hard, evenings are hard. So if we just have this visual, it really, really helps them to stay on task and know what needs to be done next.
Right, so we wake up, and then you're doing the pictures too. So for obviously the older kids that can read, this is great, but the photos help the little ones that
That's
can't.
right.
So we know we wake up, we get dressed, we brush our teeth, and it's clear of what's expected in the morning.
Exactly.
Right? And then what do you have in this little pouch?
So this is my favorite. It's just a little car snacks pouch.
Oh, let's open it up. The
Because-
snacks are in there.
Our kids can come home pretty hangry. So when
Okay.
we pick them up from school, we can just have some snacks ready to hand them, and hopefully by the time we get home, they're back to themselves.
Okay, and these are easy snacks, right? Things
Just
small,
easy,
we can eat
prepackaged.
those in the car.
Yes.
And then you say this is really helpful too. What is this?
Yes, so this is what we call the time timer, and I like to put it out when the kids are doing their homework because it just helps them see the time pass by. Children are visual and they don't understand the concept of time and what 15 minutes or 10 minutes of homework really means. So this way they actually can see the time passing and they know how much time they have left.
Great. And then you have one other thing too. When it comes to organizing and giving everybody a job and a responsibility, why do you do that in creating this chore list?
Yes, so I don't want to do everything. And so this way, all the kids are a part of it, are a part of home maintenance and tidying up from themselves, from each other, and we work as a family unit.
Okay.
And
And
this-
any advice on getting our spouses involved in the whole organization process? I kind of take it on mostly in my house too. So how do we encourage our partner to help us out?
So what I like to do is really just have that honest conversation. I believe our husbands want to make us happy. And so if we just explain to them what clutter feels like to us and how overwhelming it can be, then hopefully they'll get on
then they'll
board.
understand, right?
Yes.
And look at this, you guys. I love this. This is probably my favorite tip of the day. Create a little homework caddy like this. You can take it anywhere around the house. Keeps everything together. We'll send it back to you.
I feel like Izzy might be getting a little too much of the workload.
I think so too. She's got too much on her plate on that list.
Wait,
Poor
what was-
Izzy.
You think?
How old is Izzy?
Oh, how old is Izzy? Yeah, she's got 5 kids, you guys. How old is Izzy?
Izzy is 9.
9. They
Yeah.
said, it looks like she has the most on this list. Is that fair, Malcolm?
Well, it's a he, and he is my most helpful.
He's eager to help.
Doesn't
Aw,
complain.
That is so amazing.
So great.
Yes, and if we want to hire you, we can do that. We can find you on Instagram.
Yes, Instagram, my website, theorganizedfairy.com.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, there you
it's all
have it, you guys. So reach out to Melka if you need some help.
All right. Thank you, Des. Those snack packs are crucial.